What's up, guys? Welcome to Higgy Pop. Thanks for stopping in. I was down in the basement, the garage, the comic room. We talked about that. This is not a garage, it's a comic room. You know what I'm saying? I told you, my collecting started because of my frugality. I buy some very stuff that people would thumb by and leave in the dollar bins, but I get it, and I read it, and I like it, and I'm a completist, like I said, so I end up with a whole run series of something that nobody wants, but I like it. Just a little sample. I was thinking, Starman from DC. We got this version. You see this guy here? He's got the steampunk look. He's got the staff that Stargirl has. He handed this down to her. Jeff Johns went through that whole story, and I ended up getting some magazines with this guy featured all his stories, and I got an issue of Back Issue. This goes over the moniker Starman. This title was held by many characters, at least 4 I could think of right off the top of my head from DC. All right, this goes through every single one from the Golden Age up. There's at least 4. I'm gonna go through. I have lots of Starman. I have the Starman from the early '80s. I have the Starman from the '90s run with James Robinson, which was fantastic. Great story. It tugs at my heartstrings. It really does. It's just for real. This is good stuff. But you got to get through the '80s Starman first. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let me find him. And of course, there's the original Starman. The original Starman that was in the Justice Society. And I have issues of him throughout the All-Star comics and all that kind of stuff. But we'll focus on the '80s Starman. I have the whole run. I'm not going to bore you with all of them. We'll hang out for a little bit. I'll show you a dozen comics or so. This is the one I'm talking about from the '80s. All right. This guy was actually in the last storyline with in the Justice League. Starman made an appearance, and he was helping to save the day. And this is Starman. I think issue number 1. It's by Roger Stern, Tom Lyle, and Bob Smith. This guy here, everyday American bozo. I think he's in Arizona, right? And he's out hiking in the desert or whatever. He's in his Jeep and doing stuff. And I think it's a comet of some sort. Something. He gets radiated. He wakes up. He's like, well, what the heck happened? And he feels weird. And he doesn't look like this, like physically, his features. He normally, when he's not this guy, he doesn't have, I think he's more like blonde hair. But when he turns into this guy, his skin turns a certain color. He has no pupils, and he's got that kind of crazy 80s mullet going, and he's got all these superpowers. And so he's learning how to use these powers. It's a superhero trying to learn how to be a superhero. This is what this series is. It starts off with number 1, goes in issue number 2. He gets involved with a little shootout out in the desert. Bing, bing, bing. La-da-dee. And Starman versus the Bolt. A Bolt is a villain from the Golden Age that they're... who bagged this thing? That thing's got a big kink in it. Holy mackerel, I'm fired. Gotta fix that immediately. Oh my God, why? I'm sorry you had to see this. I gotta fix that. See, there's a big bend in the thing. I'll get it. Okay, I gotta press that because everyone wants issue number 3 of Starman. I gotta get it looking mint. Woo! Oh my god, that's my moneymaker. That's my moneymaker. Alright. Fixed. Fixed. And we got issue number 4. It's coming across more villains as the day goes on here. It's got a lot of problems. I got a couple number 4s. Issue number 5. And this also took place in the Invasion storyline of DC. All right. As you can see, there's Firestorm, Power Girl, and the Phoenix over there. And this goes along with the Invasion First Strike, Invasion Aftermath. As you can see, we got a little Blue Beetle, Power Girl, the Atom, and who's on the bottom there? The Power Elite. And there's Green Lantern on the cover. Everybody's having a good time being a superhero, flying through the sky. Got a couple of those. All right. Issue number 7. More Than Human. Starman and Deep Thought. You may say, Higgy, that's a goofy costume he's got. It ain't bad. It could do worse. Enter Lady Quark. There's Lady Quark with a buzz cut, looking good. Issue number 9. He's going against Blockbuster. Blockbuster is a villain. He's kind of mindless. He's like the Hulk. And he's a big, strong guy. Starman has very increased power level himself. He's a very strong dude. And what you notice in a lot of these, this happens in Marvel too. You try to get a new character, new series going, and then issue number 1, issue number 2, issue number 3. By the time they're like issue number 5 or 6, they're like, send in the heavy hitters. Enter Batman. Batman's see the cowl in the back there? Issue number 10. Alright. Okay. Issue number 11 coming right up. Bust Loose. There we go. Some more action. Number 12. There we got issue number 13. This is Rampage. This chick is hell on wheels. She's got the mohawk, and she's just like her name says. She's strong. She rampages. All right. Here we go. Issue number 14. Bing, bing, bing. Send in the second heavy hitter, Winter Superman. Superman and Starman hanging out. And it's fun. It's a fun little series. Like I said, nobody wants it. I'll take it, and I'll complete it. I'll complete the whole run because I'm proud of it. I like it. And then I read it. You got to remember to read your comics because it makes you smart. All right. And before you go, I want to show you something I came across. I bought this I'd say a month ago. Hang tight. Got a little surprise for you. This is something you common folk don't probably see too much, but it is out there in the wild. I'm trying to collect the Specter here, all right? This is Specter issue number 6. It's September through October of 1968. This is a Silver Age Specter. And you're like, oh, good for you, Higgy. Congratulations. That's not the surprise I want to show you. Let's open it up, because that's what we do. We open comics and we read them. I didn't open this at the comic store. I got this at my local comic store. The guy's fantastic. Good friend. And he's like, yeah, here, he gave me a good deal on it. Da-da-da! I get it home. I open up the front cover, and I'm like, all right, let's give this a gander. I'm like, let's start with page 1. And I'm like, what? Double cover. Double cover. Higgy's got a double cover. Who's got a double cover? This guy. So, it's rare. I don't know. Makes it worth something. It's worth something to me. Got the story. I got a double cover. Surprise. All right. I think that's all for today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. That's one thing. I'm into comics. And I got no friends that are into comics. I'm a lonely guy. A lonely guy with his comics. So I see people on YouTube and they're like having a good old time. Talking to other comic guys. I'm like, I wish I had a comic dude to hang out with. Anybody. You know, I got a nephew that's into comics, and he's into all these newer comics. Like, he's like, Uncle Jimmy, are you into Spider-Man? I'm like, yes, Amazing Spider-Man. He's like, no, it's Spider-Man number quadzillion. What he is, he's Dr. Octopus, but he's also half Uncle Ben, and he's called Spider-Man Gargonzola. And I'm like, whoa. I'm not into it. I like old comics. I like good comics. I like it all, but I don't like that. I don't get it. Anyways, that's enough out of me. Read your comics. It makes you smart.